you finish one chapter of that your anatomy textbook, appreciate yourself please, because it's not easy. Work according to your pace. You know what you can achieve. Set your target. Be consistent. We as medical students are not expected to fail, but then we are humans and things happen, so failure should not be your downfall. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dera, a Nigerian medical student YouTuber, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing how we as medical students can manage the struggles we face in school. I made a previous video on the struggles we as medical students face, okay? And if you haven't seen that video yet, please do see it and let us know in the comment section if you can relate to any of those. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The first struggle I mentioned in my previous video was competition. Yes, we are different persons coming from different schools, coming from different backgrounds, different individuals entirely, in as much as we're in medical school trying to be the best, trying to know it all, trying to get a particular information within a limited time. We all have our different reading habits, the habit we use for reading, the pace we go in our reading. So even if you're seeing someone else ahead of you, does not mean that you are not doing something. So far as you know you're working with your class or school scheme of work, you just need to know that you're doing something. Someone is ahead of you does not mean that you're way behind, does not mean that you're not putting in your own effort. Probably that person has a fast reading pace and you with your slow reading pace, but yet you know your understanding. You should keep up with that. Don't look into other person's matter. Mind your business. Read your book. So far as you know that you're going according to your reading pace and you're not deceiving yourself about it and you're being consistent, so you're good to go. Don't think about others. You alone came to the medical school. You alone you're going to graduate. So do your thing yourself and do it excellently well. Like it is being said, whatever you find yourself doing, do it well. Even if the other person's reading pace is faster than yours, just be consistent and set your target. Set what you want to achieve within this time frame. Set all you want to read within this time frame, and you see yourself excelling even if other persons are reading ahead of you. The second struggle I talked about was pressure. Yes, like I said, competition will lead to pressure because you're competing with others. You're not doing things that suit you well. You're just doing it because you're seeing others being there, you're seeing others doing it. It begins to mount pressure on you. You begin to get overwhelmed, and this will lead to depression. So how can you manage that? Work according to your pace. You know yourself very well. If nobody knows you, you're the one that knows yourself. You know what you can do, you know what you can achieve. Set your target, be consistent, and you just see everything falling in place for you. The third struggle I mentioned about was mockery. Yes, we as medical students are not expected to fail, but then we are humans and things happen. Failure could come anytime, but so far as you know you're doing well, so far as you know you're putting in your effort, if failure comes, then it is what it is. You're not the cause of the failure. You tried your best and things happen, but you shouldn't feel less about yourself when you fail and people might begin to mock you. Probably most times this mockery might even come from family members because they expect the very best from you, but you putting your very best. Sometimes medical school is just by the grace. So if sometimes you know you put your best but then you still fail, you don't need to worry about. Some persons still fail and still try again and they still succeed. There are still medical doctors out there who failed up to 2 times but they still made it. So failure should not be your downfall. Don't think down about yourself, but just know that even if you fail, then it's a challenge for you to pick up. It's a challenge for you to double your reading habits, do extra things, ask for more grades, just do extra things that will help add up to the knowledge you had before. Okay, even if people talk against you, don't just feel bad. Besides, you did what they could not do. You tried doing what they could not do. Even if you failed, you did it and failed, but then they didn't. So who is still at the top? You, because you tried and you failed. So don't feel bad about their talks. They're just unnecessary talks that come around. But be who you are. Know that you can do all things. Know that you can still do great things within yourself. So what I'm trying to say is just that you have to try to neglect all those side talks and believe in yourself that you are the best and you can do whatever you want to achieve. The first struggle I talked about was workload. How can you manage this workload to study effectively? Definitely the workload is there. The workload is there. You can't just deny the fact that there are too many books for you to read, but then you have to start somewhere. If you don't, the workload is still there and they are still piling up waiting for you to come back. And if you don't, so the workload should not be an obstacle for you not to achieve what you want. You need to start bit by bit, read those books bit by bit. Definitely you won't even know when you have finished the whole books. Even if you have to read a chapter every day, before you know it, those 12 chapters, those 15 chapters you've been running away from, you've already completed them all. Set target for yourself. Set what you want to achieve within a limited time frame, and just be consistent about it, and you see all things falling together in place. Okay, what you think was too big, you just see yourself doing it. Why? Because you've broken them down into tiny bits, and this is what we call compound effect. When you try to break that compound thing you've been running away from, when you try to do that large thing you've been running away from, and little by little you're going to achieve what you want. Okay, with all I've said there, the message I'm trying to pass is you yourself know yourself. You know what you want to achieve. You know what you can do within a time frame. You know what you can set, the challenge you can set yourself to achieve. Then plan yourself towards that. Okay, set targets, set deadlines for yourself. Not deadlines one sets for you, but set deadlines for yourself and be consistent. So far as you're being consistent, definitely success is going to come. Okay, so don't be overwhelmed of all the workload we face in medical school, because definitely we are going to push you and become doctors we want to be. And the last and not the least is always appreciate yourself. No matter your little wins, if you finish one chapter of that your anatomy textbook, appreciate yourself, please, because it's not easy. It's not easy to read medical books at all. So if you try and you know that you're not deceiving yourself and you read something and got something into your head, then you should appreciate yourself, because medical school is not easy, but it's definitely going to be easy. Okay, you're the very best and you should treat yourself as the best. Okay, so you can also tell me in the comment section how you manage some struggles you face as medical students. Okay, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. If you still haven't seen the video on struggles we as medical students face, I'll be leaving the link in the description box and you go check it out. Okay, also do click the red subscribe button below if you haven't. Give this video a huge thumbs up and share to many other persons as possible, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.